All right. Good morning, Green Team. Perfect fall. We got Emmanuel in the building. MG putting in the work. Putting in the work, guys. It cracks me up. But the NBY, the dividend per share. Yeah, how do they do that? And then you were cracking me up, hoping it pumps and then dropping an offering to raise money. Makes me laugh because I feel like a perma bear in those situations where it's like even a company releases good news and I'm like always bearish. It's funny because even Thar, THAR, you remember we were calling that? I was like, well, if you were, I think on the live stream Monday, I was letting you guys know there were two big rooms looking at that thing to pump. And I'm still bearish on it. I cannot take the long, even though I know these rooms are looking at it. Because I know what's happening. The sheep are getting involved. They're all, the chat room leaders are dumping their shares into the sheep. I want to be shorting into that euphoria. I don't like to predict. I mean, I know these two rooms were in on it, but I'd prefer just taking the short into the euphoria versus, is volume gonna come in here? Are these chat rooms gonna pump it up? It's a difference between reacting and predicting. I think I'm generally not like a cup half empty person, but when it comes to trading in these companies, I do lean that way. I feel perma bearish. It's funny. Over the years, you don't believe the hype anymore. So, all right, guys, today the market, we are going to react. The market doesn't hurt us. It does not hurt our accounts. Our ability to accept the uncertainty does. So we got to accept the uncertainty. In fact, yesterday, if you were on TTP's stream, dude, I was red on most everything. Ended green on the day, just 0.4Q, $40 after I was red on everything. Just because Thar I worked, and then leftovers I worked there too. I didn't really oversize anything. I have this battle in my head sometimes. I'm like, should I just focus on one or two good plays or trade like the series? I lean series, systematic approach, going over, taking all the hands that I see, but just not tunneling in on one ticker. And generally I don't think I'm over trading. There are a lot of good setups that I do like, but I don't want to over leverage any one of them. But I do want to start getting a little heavier with some of these positions. Really, guys, the account does well outside of what a lot of people struggle with. I have the same problem. It's like the one ticker wreaks havoc on the account. And so if as long as I avoid that, I do fine. Just don't let one ticker, don't oversize any one trade. And really, I'm fine. The account does well. So I just cannot marry one ticker, and I do fine outside of that. Thar, so annoying, lost on it chasing, then ended up great on the day, all-day fade that I missed. Dude, NUKK, speaking of all-day fade, how this was an account changer. I don't really know where I would have taken this trade yesterday. I haven't dug too deep into it, but I got off the stream at 11, and then this thing just started pumping out of nowhere. A couple of you guys called it. Great work. Again, I don't know entirely where I would have been hitting this thing, but certainly good opportunity on that. We got a few minutes, so I need to dive into a couple different plays I'm looking at. A few different hangovers I'm watching out of the gates this morning as well. I was watching a big trader yesterday on somebody's show, and their essential strategy was like our hangover setup, and that is, I need to move my face so we can see the volume. And that is pretty much shorting some of these plays when the hype has moved on to a different ticker, like day 2 or 3. And there's such good opportunity because you have all of the longs that are stuck in on it when the long volume momentum has shifted elsewhere. Okay, so let's go into NBY. NBY is what I'm going to be probably shorting at $2. We got a gap to fill there. If we look at the yearly chart, Yeah, we got a gap to fill at $2. Now, do they have to fill it? I mean, it's not like this thing with certainty has to fill this gap. But it is something a lot of bulls look at. So 90-cent support I'm seeing. $2 is up here. Gap to fill. I'll be monitoring that for a short up in around $2. It's close to there right now. Again, this is the company with the 80-cent dividend per share that they're going to pay out September 29th. How they do that, I don't know. I mean, it's like they announced that news when they were essentially trading at 80 cents. You're literally, I don't see how you financially succeed doing that as the company. AZTR popping up towards resistance to Thursday, looking a little bearish right now. Off of that, HKPD, I'm still salty here. I called the 250s, never took the short. WGRX, I think I like this one for this is on a day 2 climb. I think I like this for a backside slow short play. WGRX. RR, and RR is sitting right at Magic 320, right at the 20-cent area. This is a day 2 climb from 210 up to 320. I'd look for a red day here. That's what I'm looking for. And again, the risk is fairly tight. It's like ride or ride out mentality here. So RR looking for a short against probably like 330. It's holding the previous close line right now, 315. That's a hangover setup I'm looking at. And then up, same story. UP, similar hangover setup, 320, Magic 20-cent areas holding up as resistance there. Man, ALLR, this thing, like, I felt like this was on the fast track designation news. I really felt like this was going to fade, but it just happened like end of day. So, I mean, sometimes these plays happen later in the day. A couple other hangovers. INHD, I could see this one fading. This thing's up from $1.20 on Thursday to $4.20 still right now. And then OPAD. OPAD, similar story. Yesterday kind of faded. Today, I'm very curious what these tickers are going to do. OPAD and INHD. So similar to yesterday, guys, there's a lot going on. I'm just going to be monitoring some of this action and seeing, what gets a pop, what looks heavy on some of these plays, flipping back and forth. But let me know if there's a ticker you'd like me to look at. Not going to just dive into jumping anything right here at the open. Some of the leading gappers this morning, they're not up too much to get me too interested in these names. Like PTNM, not up a lot. $1 previous close up to $1.40. AZTR is kind of interesting because on Thursday, Friday, it had a lot of resistance up here. So that one I could see fading. And then NBY getting a morning spike. Again, probably like 220 would be my risk on NBY, if trading that. But longs love those dividend plays. OPAD kind of holding up right now. I mean, I do like OPAD. Which one fades? Which one of these are you leaning the most on? The hangovers. There's a few of them. I may stab at all of them. INHD, OPAD, WGRX just snapped a little bit. There's a couple of those names I'm looking at for a short. And then seeing, guys, I mean, likely what's going to happen today is we're going to see another NUKK at some point. Because of, and that happened at 11 o'clock. You got to bear that in mind. Like, from doing this for a good length of time, I've seen that over and over. Traders, they saw what happened yesterday, and they're looking for that same thing again the next day. So be mindful. We're going to probably see another NUKK at some point. So eyes are going to be peeled on the scanners. RR, the hangover, had a pop and drop. RR is a hangover that we just went over. I could catch it on a sloppy seconds pop if she gives it. Yeah, perfect fall just called that. Yeah. Yep. Those hangovers, I do like shorting the pops there, too. Market makers are attacking my stream right now. Computer's just doing a lot. James had a green week, small size last week, sized up this week, and blew the account. Trying to get in on a short INHD. Yeah, it's the size. It's just size small for those like 5K accounts. If you're on that too, just go for like 15-20 bucks a trade, because all you need is 300 to get that thing funded. Yeah, sizing's that emotional dial. You gotta keep it at a comfortable level for you. All right, let's see what RR is doing. I think we're gonna get a red day there is what it looks like. We did just get a pop back up to 320. Okay. I'm gonna take a short there then on RR, and I'm gonna set a stop at the upper wick. That upper wick we put in 333 ish. RR, yeah, bouncing hard right there. So crazy bounce. 304 up to the 320s. I think a sloppy seconds bounce, maybe, and risking that upper wick. That's my approach on it. I'm gonna stab a couple hundred at it, see what happens. Let her rip, tater chip. Then I'm gonna be looking for the next one. All right, INHD. Wow. All right, so that one's getting another leg up right now. INHD. OPAD was the other one I was looking at. That one's appearing heavy. PTNM hit VWAP. It's heavy. I can't take a short here. I mean, this one's just too... Emmanuel, you're already calling that 7-Eleven. The day is young. NBY 190. So $2 is already kind of giving it trouble, NBY. Yep, perfect fall. We're in sync right now. I know y'all are delayed maybe a few seconds, but we're in sync. The NBY, every ticker we're looking at. Yeah, we need RR to crack under this previous close, 315. Not hold it. 315 is that previous close line. We're gonna need to get heavy under that. That's an area that's fairly important. It's a technical area, support resistance, whether it's going to be green today based on yesterday's close or not. Did INHD halt up? Yeah, I think it did. Oh boy, all right. AZTR, you're calling that one? Fades. Let's take a look. 70 cents up to $1.20. Yeah, I like this one because of the recent move it made. It just felt like we're going to have longs just thanking the good Lord for sending this one back up, to their level. It's a psychological trade. You guys know I love pops back up recently. It had to have made a recent move, whether that was in pre-market or a few days ago. But yeah, AZTR real heavy against VWAP right now. We're not up that much off the previous close. I mean, I like the tight risk here. 135 looks fairly clear. 135 clear risk. So let's see what she gives us. DEVS, okay. DEVS curling up right now. Dev stream. Oh, they're getting a pop off of regaining compliance with NASDAQ minimum bid price, which is, you guys know, $1. What do they do? Like a reverse split, and then they regain compliance. So many of these tickers, they reverse split like that. Yeah, that's what they did. Back on Thursday, Friday, 23 cents to $3. And then there's less shares in their float, so it makes the volatility even stronger. A lot of traders, like, they'll just buy these reverse splits up. Dude, this high here at 666, we might have to avoid DEVS. Got the devil on this one. It creates a higher demand for the trade, in the, you can get a bigger rip on them. I don't see any news here. I mean, they regain compliance after that reverse split, DVS. So yeah, I may take the short here on it. Let's see if it's going to pop back up. We clearly have a 666 number. It's not on TTP. Dang it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. INHD is halted up. Let's be mindful of INHD. Trying to think what the plan here is. INHD. I know there's chat rooms out there that trade these like mid-candle breakouts that you have a big green day that followed by a red day and then followed by another green day. The clear risk is 620. I mean, that would be the risk. INHD 620. I may do it. INHD. A chat room came in on this name, pumped it on up. Okay, we just opened up. I'm going to take a stab at it. 50 shares. I'm going to hit it again, another 50 up towards 6. 620 is going to be the risk at INHD. I think a chat room's, they're dumping their shares into some sheep probably on this name right here. Good old INHD. Because this ticker is up a lot, too, from last week. Like $1 something to $5 right now. Wouldn't surprise me if the company came out with some kind of an offering, too, taking advantage of this price action. All right, I'm going to hit it with another 50 here soon. If it can't get that next leg on up. Yeah, 520's holding up so far, INHD. 520 is holding up so far. We saw 470s and popped right back up a little bit towards 5. I'm just feeling this out right now, see what's going to be. If some longs are going to be trying to buy this dip and send it on up, another time here. I'm trying to get a feel for this. Man, this thing in pre-market went to 560s, back down to the previous close. It held that. I don't see any news here. Just a little pump going on because this thing was moving a couple days ago. Yeah, DEVS is putting in some upper wicks. God, I wish it was tradable. OPAD snapped. Wow, PTNM real heavy against VWAP. AZTR still heavy, guys. Fades, you still working that one? AZTR still heavy against 130s. NBY 190 holding up. So there's a lot of these tickers are real heavy right now. RR, which we're short on as a hangover, sitting at its previous close. Very important line that we would need to crack there. And then INHD. We'll see if there's a lot of bearish tickers in small cap land right now. 450 looks like an important area on INHD. RR going 320s. It's just still holding. RR is still holding that previous close line. That's the problem we're having with it. Yeah, 5 minute on INHD. I could agree with that. I'll still give RR to 333. But yeah, I'm not liking that it's holding the previous close. It's not a bad idea to probably take it off. I'll give it just a little bit more time. All right, INHD, another pop-up. I'll hit it again. RR, I got stopped out of. Previous close is holding up there. I'm going to hit INHD again here. 520 is holding up on it so far. If this thing heads to 620, that could hurt. I don't want to give it that much risk to 620. Yeah, RR. Yeah, we could tell with the previous close was holding up on it. This INHD is tough to set a stop on because it could be Wiki, the wild Wiki West here. 502. I'd have to give it like some room because of that. I'll set like a 570-ish stop on it. Okay. DEVS, good. INHD, still holding up here. Joseph, bring in the sunshine. We need it. We need it. What are you guys working right now? INHD, I really don't want to give it as much risk as I got on here. Fades as a leave it alone. Okay, I think so too. I'm going to adjust the stop. Into the five. I'll probably just take it off into the high 530s. Although 620 is good there, but yeah. Yeah, I'll step out of the way for now. All right, 2 L's on the day so far, but let's see what that's going to do. INHD up there towards 620. Okay, what do we got? BHR. BHR is getting a little pump right here. Announcing initiation of the sale of the company. Okay, they're selling the company. Selling the company. We got it's tapping some resistance right here. 312. Support at 270. INHD, look at this past chart history, guys. I mean, the 6 is a very good level. But it's like all the longs are coming in on INHD right now. I certainly couldn't buy it up here, but you gotta step out of the way for now. Let the longs do their thing. But INHD, that 6 levels, kind of important left of the chart. All right, BHR. BHR sitting around $3, 320 maybe risk guide. It's closed at 220 up to 304 right now. Maybe a little euphoric move on BHR. 58 million of the float, so this one's not gonna move like INHD. OPAD, yeah, I mean, so far it looks like OPAD would have been the one to take, certainly. 4 to 350. Sucks when you pick the wrong one. BHR, I'm interested in the 320 level. DEVS would be nice to work a short there. I see a lot of upper wicks on it. INHD continuation. NBY has been heavy off of 190. Whoa. NAMI. NAMI. This one's up from $1 to $1.80 right now. The resistance I'm seeing is at 250. Set to launch world's first AI-powered learning glasses. Okay. Are we halted up? NAMI. NAMI. Yeah, we're halted up, NAMI. And then BHR continuing its leg up right now, too. No, it's not on TTP. No. All right, BHR, I am going to smack this one up towards 320. In fact, I'm just going to set an order. At 320 on BHR, so I'm going to be ready right there. Yeah, NAMI, not on TTP. 250 looks real good there, NAMI. That's what I'd be eyeballing. FLNT's been curling around, guys, to the pre-market highs. It has been bouncing off the 200-day moving average. FLNT, we got 350 and 420. Those are the resistance areas I had mapped out. I know, dude. NAMI. Both of those have been pretty good, too. NAMI, that one's juicy. That one looks real good. Okay, INHD 550's hit. Pulled back off of that. I'll probably have one more hit on INHD. I'm just going to feel that one out. Flipping through the tickers, seeing what's making noise out there. NAMI pulling in. Devs pulling in. Gosh. And BHR has not quite hit 320. I had an order out there. It's at $3 right now. It's still been kind of going sideways. Was looking for more of a pop on it. Kohl's KSS is a higher $16 play, but maybe sloppy seconds. Had a spike up, curling back around a little bit. Ooh, VIR. It was a 89 million float. I'm seeing VIR shot up 490s to. It opened up at the 580s from 444. Let me see. You got room to fade on MBY. Okay. Yeah, I mean I like MBY as well. Could reclaim $2 was real good. We're seeing it a lower shadow there. It got balled up. The MBY is certainly monitoring that one as well, as we have some room to fade. BHR. I guess I'll cancel that order. I don't think it doesn't look like 320 is going to be happening. INHD down to $5 right now. That could be over on INHD. Probably the right idea is avoiding that one. There you are, perfect fall. INHD cooked. Yeah, I mean, I think the right approach is like it's just flipping through. NAMI is painful. Flipping through tickers, not really focusing in too much just on one. AZTR gave a pop to Magic 20, pulled off of that. Very thick is NBY. Yeah, it is. She is thick. The day is young. Let's get a couple good green trades going. I'm just trying not to get tilted here and find some good setups. FLNT is curling up quite a bit here. They announced a partnership with Databricks, appoints yada yada. All right, company announced a partnership with Databricks. What's the float on this thing again? FLNT 6 million. I mean, it's right here. It's holding 260s. I mean, it doesn't look like a bad long to resistance. Left of the chart, I mean, this thing's got clear 260 support on this thing. Not a bad risk guide on the long side for a move up towards like 340. Clearly bounced off of that 260s. The very rare long I may do it. $270. Be a $30 risk. All right, I'm gonna take a long FLNT on this pullback and set a stop immediately at like 260. Oh. I'll put it at like 265. Oh, I do not like longing plays. Painful. Scary. I'd like this to get a move up towards that 320 to 50. It's kind of what I'm eyeballing FLNT, but it's heavy on these pops right now. Oh. Elevator down just took me out. This is why we don't long, children. That's why we do not long. This is my last long forever. FLNT. You take the long, you elevator down. Look at this thing, shooting straight down, 250s. This is right at the 200-day moving average down here, 240, which it was bouncing off of. All right, 0 for 3. Moving right along. You took the reversal on FLNT. Good. Good short. Good short. All right. RR is up towards 350 right now. I tried the hangover there out of the gates. This is a level of resistance on the daily up here. A bunch of upper wicks. God, this is getting really annoying. Down 0 for 3 on the day. Down 120 right now. RR, I could try the short against the 350s. It just rejected off of that. RR is a tricky one. All right, let me just flip around real quick. Jeez, this is hilarious. You get elevator down on Yeah, I haven't taken a long in a long time. There is a reason for it. Sometimes I consider it because I'm like, okay, this thing's not up a lot off the close, and there's specific liquidity zones on the chart that I could. That normally I'm starting the short early. Like a lot of times I'll start the short right there, like on FLNT, and then it just squeezes up towards the resistance zones, liquidity zones I'm looking at. INHD making a next leg up, guys. The king of the day, as Fade said. FLNT. Oh my god. This is why we have stops, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we have stops. This is a good long area right here, to be quite honest. I mean, it's right on the 200-day right now, and exactly at consolidation areas from several weeks. Yeah, 220, pretty much the risk guide at this point. But I'm not dead cat bouncing. Yeah, in fact, I'm never longing again. It annoys me. Take the long elevator down. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. KSS. Wow, look at that sloppy seconds candlestick. Is that just a think or swim thing, KSS? That sloppy seconds candlestick, 1670. She looks heavy, guys. This KSS. Yeah, I normally don't trade these, but I may take KSS. We got 1620s as pretty much the risk guide on it. I'm gonna go with KSS here. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the KSS. I mean, we have clear 1620s kind of risk. I think I may put the stop in like the 30s. 1630s on it. Now that I'm in it, send it on up. Yeah, in the 1630s, I think I may put the stop on it. I'm not seeing that wick on TTP. KSS, I'm gonna give her a shot. CBRL, Kayvon, looking at a short there. If I don't get this working out, guys, I have a 250 max loss on the day. I just haven't had a trade working yet. Yeah, CBR. Cracker Barrel. How relevant, Mr. Kayvon. Good old Cracker Barrel. Come get your crack at the Cracker Barrel. CBRL certainly been circulating the news. What is going on today? Okay, next trade I'm going to take, I'm pressing the other button. Okay? If I see a good short, I'm just going to long it. I mean, as soon as I take a short, we shoot up. As soon as I take a long, we shoot straight down. I'm pressing the other button, guys. Yeah, this is ridiculous. 1620's clear risk guide here. I mean, It's going to take me out. Coles, I think, is a heavily shorted play too, so we could get a little squeeze there. All right, let me find a good short that I can long. INHD, definitely a good short. So I guess I need to long this one. I can hardly conceptualize even doing this because I know I'm about to get elevated down if I get into one of these plays. Apparently I got to press the other button today. INHD is pulling back right now. Let's see if it gets balled up. Balled up on this pullback. Let's find out. This is definitely a good short, so I'm about to take a long here. All right, I'm longing INHD, guys. Okay, I'm setting a stop immediately because I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. Sell at 540. Let's see if my only green trade today is buying high and hoping higher. Yep, stop is at 540. Well, it's about the dumbest thing. My only green trade today is going to be long and INHD at the top. All right, so be it. Let's get that move over 6. I'll take half off. Taking half off up here at 6. Fades, do you see this? You see how ridiculous this is? Half off at 6. Just a stop on the rest, break even. Yep, break even on the rest. Otherwise, let her work. INHD to the moon. Diamond hands, baby. Holding on for dear life. I'm becoming one of them. KSS adjusting the stop down to 1620. Fades. I don't know how this. It feels. I can't tell you. I feel I feel like I'm just doing my only green trade today is buying high and hoping higher. So that pretty much shows you how today's been going for me. This thing is on the brink of utter collapse, so that terrifies me, but we have our stop in place. But shorts know that, and so shorts, they get over convicted. We know how we operate. Shorts get over convicted on these names, and then they size heavy on them, and that's how you get these massive short squeezes. All right, let's see. We're pulling back INHD. See if we buy right back up. The funny thing is, this thing's got a clear trend to it. Clearly, I don't trust it at all. But keeps buying up on those pullbacks, guys. It like keeps reloading shorts, right? That's what it's doing. At any point in time, the thing drops like a whole point, though. That's what's terrifying about it. Kayvon, what you think KSS? 1620s is holding there. Not sure how I feel about it. Let me look for something else as well to trade. Like I may take it off KSS. Still kind of thinking about that one. BHR and NAMI worked out great. They weren't on TTP, unfortunately. INHD, I would like to reverse short here at a certain point in time. Yeah, I'm going to take... I just took INHD off. Okay, red, $100. Yeah, see, exactly that's what I'm fearful of when I'm getting involved in these. KSS, this could be good. This could be good KSS if we keep pulling back like this. When they start sideways, they usually make a run later. Okay. I will bear that in mind. 1550 support KSS. I know. Today has been weird, man. RR continuing higher. Okay. I'm trying to stay focused here because I think I can recover this red day. I'm not in love with KSS is why I ask. Trying considering if I want to reduce risk there. Bringing the risk down a little bit there. Okay. All right. So annoyed ANF number one on watch. I didn't trade at the bell. Then you took CBRL, right? CBRL's working. Oh, ANF for that reversal. Yeah. Gap down washout. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I definitely feel that. I'm a little annoyed I didn't take OPAD as well. That one's somehow popping up. But yeah, it's like the ones, especially on the hangovers, it's like the ones you don't take and then they work out, and the ones you do take, they don't work out. Very aggravating. Thar just still fading today and heavy. Fade, you still with that one? INHD, I think there is going to be a trade here. Maybe it is. Why didn't I just wait till 6? MG, I called 6. Why can't I be as patient as you, MG? MG's over there. He's like, I got an entry right at 6. I bet you did. I bet you did. I bet you did. Proud of you, MG. You took the best entry. Good. KSS is working real well here. I'm going to take half off 1573 on KSS. Why? It's a great question. I'm gonna just reduce the risk and let some of this run. Let's see if we can get this running. Adjusted stop for me is going to be $16 if we climb back up to 16 KSS. Otherwise, going to let that one try to work. If that thing could fade to like $15, it would be very helpful. INHD looks heavy now. Fades. We may have got the confirmation there. Oh, KSS in the 60s? Idiot. What I need to do is, yeah, keep that stop on and forget about it. Just forget about this one. NAMI pains me a lot. BHR as well. INHD had no reason to be up other than a pump. So I think we could still catch this one if it's going to be backside now against 6. I mean, it is heavy. Volume is fading there. Taking everything off too early. Perfect fall. How's your eval doing today? Because you took FLMT you did a good job there. Yeah, we have a similar struggle. I mean, that's exactly what my struggle has always been. So that's why I try to leave these leftovers. On these plays. I mean, oftentimes it's been a while since I've caught like a massive move on leftovers, but when they happen, it's real helpful. Oh, Emmanuel. Oh, cheering me up over here, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I help you stay motivated by what? Doing the opposite of what I actually want to do over here. My red days keep you motivated. Hey, I appreciate that. That lifts my spirits when I ain't got nothing working for me today. Appreciate you. Yeah, that is my mission. I want to help make sure the green team is green. That is my mission. Because there is a lot of This market, as you're aware, is very saturated with deception. So I try to get through that, help you guys out. Thank you, Emmanuel. That was very kind of you. How's your eval doing today? I'm at 0.05 Q after that, Emmanuel. All right, we got KSS working. Little red right now, but I'm trying to focus. So these are the days, Emmanuel, like this is where I'm motivated. Like I have these things running through my head, for instance, right now, where I'm like, okay, Kevin, your account's doing, you're doing fine on this max account. I'm up a few, starting today, I was up $240 just on this account. And it trends fine until you get tilted and start taking ridiculous size and losing too big, going too heavy on certain names, and taking $3, $30, $40 losses is nothing for me. I gotta bear that in mind. It's really nothing. Yesterday, everything was red outside of Thar, and I ended the day green. So it's just be rigid with the rules, flexible with the profit expectations. That's what I'm trying to do with KSS as it's approaching its lows right now. Flexible with the profit expectations, because when you get something that just irrationally runs, leave a piece. Leave a piece to irrationally run. And take it slow. Don't try to get like the account funded in one day. INHD's heavy. Any pop there, I'll be looking for a short now against the highs. PTNM is curling. Slow curl around to the open. PTNM. KSS, I'm looking for the 1550 crack. I wouldn't probably short this here if I were you, but just if you're riding it along with me from 16, this could be an area to take another little piece off. MG, your order is at 620. That cracks me up. That cracks me up. It's FOMO. It's FOMO on my part, getting involved a little early. Like, MG's so disciplined, you're not going to trade INHD now. Since you didn't get your fill. 12 cents off your fill, MG. Dang it. But here I am, looking for this backside short. Perfect fall over the daily goal. Going to start trading TTP. Nice. I think we got a lot of guys in here that are going to be funded. We're just going to keep working on each other. Make sure we're sticking to the rules. I mean, everybody's got a different set of parameters as far as their trading goes, what they're trading, shorting, longing, all that. There's all different kinds of ways of making money. It's just always when you go against your rules that messes with the accounts. That's always what it is. It always is. Okay, Phage, what are you looking at? I'm looking INHD maybe on a pop here for backside. Outside of that, R has been going absolutely straight up. What is the short interest here? This thing is algo going up. Rich Tech. Short interest, 15%. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Anything getting close to 20% there. Oh, man, this thing stays around 22. Here's the FinViz data on it. Last report was August 15th, 15%. Before that was 23%. Okay, bear that in mind. RR, man, she is getting my attention though. Emmanuel, yeah, tilted. Tilted messed with the profits. It's how it always is. That's why I was like, when we recognize we're tilted, gotta really just start kicking back. Look at that 520, the magic 20 on RR, way back when. Always works. Your brain was not attached that day. Yeah. Hello, Joseph. Been on a nice green streak. Good. Today you're red some. Yeah, just make sure you are a good loser. The good loser wins. That sounds like a title of a book, or maybe another chapter. I might have to start making like a volume 2 or something of Among the 10%. INHD, yep, still heavy there. Fades working that. AZTR, MBY, THAR, DSS. Yeah, DSS. DSS was a good one. Yeah, all those are working real well. Good job. INHD lower. James, I know what the issue's been for you. Gotta change your expectations. In simple terms, gotta change the expectations. You gotta have no expectations. It is so difficult in trading because unlike the medical field like Emmanuel's involved with, you have to detach yourself from the result of this work. You can't do that in any other field. When you get into a trade, you have to pretty much put on the mindset that I don't know what's going to happen here. Even though you have a positive EV, expected value, by taking this setup, but you have to detach from it and say, I don't know what's going to happen here. I have no expectations, which are visual representation of what you think is going to happen. You gotta take away you and what you think. It's challenging. It's all psychology. That's why I love trading, though. I love the psychological aspect of it. KSS trying to double bottom here, 1550s. I'm giving it room. Yeah, it's in the description, Among the 10%, the book. I wrote it years ago, and I want to add to it. There's a lot I want to add to it, but it's got all good reviews on it. I mean, it's called Among the 10%, Jump Starting the Day Trading Career. Perfect fall. Why didn't I take the short on INHD reverse? RR is getting close for me. The high short interest scares me, but I think I'll do it against 420. RR, I'll try it again. That's what I'm thinking about here. We're on a day 3 climb. think I'll give her a shot against 420. Let's see it pop up there. I'll keep that one on watch right there. FLNT. That cracks me up. The long. Ridiculous. See, I'm trying to focus on a mindset right now of not trading to get the profits, to get back in the green. It's all a mindset. Just trying to focus on taking good setups, sizing appropriately. The profits are a byproduct of that. NBY is heavy under VWAP. SERV, this one's popping up to a resistance line I have mapped out. Serve 1220 is good. A couple robotics plays. I mean, I think Serve is in the robotic space as well as RR. I believe RR is in the robotic space. Yeah, Rich Tech Robotics. So the robots are taking over the market right now. Thinking in bets, yeah, I want to. Yeah, I already know where that's going, but I'll take a look at that perfect fall. Thank you, Emmanuel. Exactly, it's all probabilities. You just have to be the house. You've got to stop. Like, it's the gambling mindset, which is so easy to get attached to, is always like thinking on individual trades. Like, we've got to stop worrying about the individual hands at the table. We got to start counting cards. I've tried. I mean, like, my brain is... dude, when you're playing at a blackjack table with so many people, it's nearly impossible to be counting all the cards. But if I do see, like, a ton of low-value... The table hated me one day. I went in there. Dude, I felt so bad. All I saw on the table were low cards for a blackjack. And so I had a 16. And the book always says, it depends on what the EV is at that point in time. But the book will say, you're supposed to hit 16 by default, unless you're card counting it and you're at like a +3 or 4. But dude, I was the last one to get a card. All I saw on the table was 2, 3, 4, 5s, and those are better for the dealer, right? So I'm thinking, okay, they're all gone. I gotta like not hit this 16. Well, I didn't hit it, and the dealer drew like a bunch of more 2, 3, 4, 5s, and I could feel the energy and shift the hate onto me. I busted, or I stayed. I stayed, but the dealer did not bust, and she would have otherwise. And I was like, I'll take my chips and run, so I don't get beat up. STSS getting squeezed up right now. Yep, James alerted that one. STSS, we are... Couple squeezes going on. KSS curling around a bit here. Kayvon called that. We'll set the adjusted stop break even now, KSS. INHD, is that one cracking? Further. It just pains me. Okay, STSS. I think STSS I'm going to avoid. I don't know. This one's tiny float. It's like 1 million entirely in the float. Although, what we're seeing out in the market right now in small cap land is a lot of these plays are getting rejected. We knew come 11 o'clock they were going to try to NUKK. They were going to try to knuck us with a different play, because NUKK went up from 5 to 10 yesterday around this time. So we've been kind of waiting for this. Serve does have my interest, SERV. Serve Robotics against 1220. We hit 1213. Tapped my resistance line perfectly. I set this probably 3 years ago. Tapped it perfectly. That's why I still use Thinkorswim, because all my lines are... I need to attach orders to these lines. INHD tapped the line perfectly. STSS. I don't know. Okay, they came out. Did they come out with news? Sharp Technology share spike higher. Shows multiple insiders purchased a combined total of 840,000 shares at an average price between $6.40 and $8. I'm thinking about it, guys. Just based on what Nuck did at this time, I mean, I'd have to size kind of small here or wait for backside. It's kind of trading every setup. You know, you don't have a expectation, but this one obviously higher risk, higher return. Let me look left of the chart here on STSS again, see what I'm looking at. DEVS, Emmanuel. You getting in small cap land, Emmanuel? You still just kind of kicking back and watching. What we thinking? Fade, you're probably waiting for a little bit more confirmation on this one or avoiding it. They announced an offering 2 days ago too. Private placement of $400 million offering. STSS. Kayvon, you're tempting me here. All right, I'm going to start it small, 25 shares. I'm going to build up. Oh, we're halting up right now. Nice. I'm gonna cancel that order. Let me see where we halt up. Let me see where we gap up on KSS, on STSS. KSS still good. That one's still heavy. No small caps. I get it. I get it. Oh, RR did put in a little sell-off right there, guys. RR 388. Then a sloppy seconds to 380. Okay, we had a very clear trend on RR that we just cracked. All attention is going off of probably INHD. So Fades, if you're still working that, we have like 450, maybe a profit target area. And that one's got so much room to drop though. INHD. That's why I was looking at it even at the open. I love that perfect fall. You got to separate the quality of the decisions you make from the outcomes. Yeah, because I mean, in trading, right? Like we're looking for quality, but then we have to involve ourselves in that risk, in that quality, and then separate from that outcome as well. That is I've thought about that a lot. That is challenging because, I mean, you have to involve a certain you have to involve a certain level of skills from your experience to determine like what is a good trade versus a bad trade. But you have to then also say I don't know what's going to happen as well. Like fully embrace that risk. That is a challenge. Trading kind of scared, but also trading with confidence. Yeah, that's it. Trading scared, but also with confidence. Serve, I think I'm going to take a short there, guys. SERV against the highs. Let me try to get a pop here. SERV still with KSS, and KSS is looking good. It's back down to the 1550s. Serve, I want to pop for a short against 1220. And then STSS. STSS, I'll probably... That's a tough one. It's the 11 o'clock. Could be the 11 o'clock mover there. Yep, take a green day, Emmanuel. Is it 7-Eleven? Yeah, FaZe, everything, all the trades you mentioned are slowly working. It's great work on those. I'm glad you caught some really good ones. I feel a little chasey to get involved in those plays at this moment. Our duds look good. The risk could be like 380 where it cracked that trend line. I may have to take a small red day to get my confidence. Like walking away red. That's not easy to do, is it? You want to just dig yourself out of the hole, but keep digging yourself in a hole. It feels ridiculous to be red right now. There have been decent plays. All right, STSS opened up. No trade here yet. I'll start a short here. Give it some room. Just real small. Perfect fall, nice. 1.5 Q right there. Good work. Carlos, yeah, Thar for continuation. Oh, KSS, beautiful. Dude, that thing just snapped 1550. I'm still with leftovers there. Excellent. I'm going to adjust the stop there now to 1560. 1560 on KSS. STSS, I'm in small there. If I get KSS and STSS, if STSS I get that one to work, dude, I'm gonna be actually green on the day. All right, STSS hit 1820s. I could hit it again and risk that be my risk guide. Unless we just dump right here. If we just dump, I'm going to have to take it even though I'm small. On fast moves, it's always smart to just take a bulk of the position. Like even KSS, I was up. Give me just a second. I'm just reminiscing about Nuck yesterday. Nuck dropped and gave everything back. So that's something we could see with STSS. I don't want to be dumb here and take it all off, you know? That would not be wise. If we're going to panic, I got to let her panic. And it's like, do I hit it again with more shares too? I try to risk evenly. That's why I'm so small here. Like I try to risk an even amount across the board. I mean, I'm back and forth on that. Like the poker analogy, some hands are worth more risk. That's a Friday night conversation. It feels heavy here. A problem I have had that I think I'm trying to work on is even when I'm green, like sizing into you guys know what I'm talking about, like hitting your winners for more shares on a trade you're convicted with that is working out. That is not something easy for me to do by any stretch. Especially on something like STSS. This doesn't feel worth the risk to do that. Patience, though. Patience. Patience pays. KSS, I adjusted my stop and just got taken out there. All right, so I'm down 57 on the day right now. Working STSS for some green, though. Seeing if we can get a capitulation move here, and then I can just take most off. I'm going to set a 1550 order to come out some of the shares if we snap to 1550. I'm considering hitting it with some more shares here, putting that into practice while I was just discussing. What else are you guys looking at or focused on? Yeah, here's a shooting straight up back towards my average. I mean, I can't let it climb back up to the highs. Let me do this. I'm going to hit it again here. And stop is going to be like real tight if this thing starts climbing back up to the highs. I want it to reject on this sloppy seconds bounce. In fact, I'm going to place a stop at 17, like 60. This thing is holding up way longer than I thought it was going to. I'll give it that. Come on, let's crack under 16 again. This could help the day out tremendously. Let's crack under 16 again. Trying to have patience here. Who is buying this thing up here? That's my question. I climb back up towards 17. I have to take it off. All right, I got out a piece. I got out a little piece. I got 35 left on that sell-off to 16. Let's halt down. That would help. Testing this area out again down here. Need it to crack. Really with confirmation down here. It's not quite doing it yet. STSS. Yeah. Want to crack 16 and stay heavy under 16. So like the idea here that I'm looking for. Sorry, I've been like tunneled in kinda because these things move so quick. We'll get to chat in just a second. If I work this well enough, it could be green on the day. I am going to leave a piece to work. If we crack, I'm going to leave a piece. I'm going to take it all if it starts heading back up, though. All right, we're back down to this area support. So let's really crack. We could halt down. If it looks like it's going to accumulate like shorts and try to squeeze up again, I'm hopping out. This is important what it does here. I'm going to take all if it's going to pop back over 16. Otherwise, taking like another half off down in the 1550s or so. If it pops back over 16, I'm just going to get out of it, though. I need to crack and stay under 16 here. Joseph. Woo, 100 shares on this name. Scary. All right, STSS. Is it going to stay over 16? Let me see. It's popping up towards it. Dang it. Still with it right now, but I'm about to take it off. I could certainly, this is on elevator watch, like Fade says. It's certainly still on elevator watch, but it didn't crack like I wanted it to under that 16. I think when it does elevator down, it's gonna be fairly brutal. We just haven't gotten there quite yet. VSAT speeding up. Yeah, I'm about to turn my attention to something else here. Joseph, I agree, but if it wants to try to squeeze up again, I'm not going to be along for the ride. Yeah, I could see it like shooting up and then shooting straight down, like trying to accumulate some more longs. And then we do like that little liquidity sweep that these tickers like to do, and then we do the old elevator down. It may be doing that right now. Let's find out. Please somebody clip this if I nailed this. It looked like it was about to. Dropping down fast to 16. Maybe a genie in the bottle. Oh my god, guys. Stay heavy so I look like a genius. I've seen this too many times. We need it to snap this VWAP though, hard, not just 60-70 cent drop. I mean, we gotta crack hard. It clearly has been a sloppy seconds play. Shorts have been coming back in on this on pops. But now it's stabilizing again right at VWAP. I mean, we need it. We need a hard move. We need STSS to get hard. Come on. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. I didn't take any off. I'm an idiot. Please stay heavy. Please stay heavy. Halt down. Come on. I'm looking for like the halt down here. I still haven't taken any off. Stay heavy. Let's halt down. All right, I'll take some off at 1470. I got 20 left I'm kicking back with. I'm going to set a trailing stop of about a point. Yeah, I'm going to set a point trailing stop. I'm still red on the day. I'll be green after this trade's done with. I got 20 shares on leftovers. They are up 45 on those. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you got to have good risk management. You saw me. I've lost on every single ticker, guys. Every single ticker nearly I've been red on today. And then I get the one that works out and end up green. So slightly annoying. Not being green too much, though. All right, let's think about what I'm going to do here. I got the trail going there. What else have you guys been trading? Emmanuel, did you get STSS? I got to catch up on chat. So the rolling $1,500 drawdown. Okay, so if you're at 25K and let's say you hit the 26,500, so the rolling drawdown, okay, it moves to 25,000, your drawdown, but then as you make money, like the $1,500 moves up with it. So if you hit like 27,000, now we're at 25,500, but then you lose some and it doesn't adjust down, it only adjusts up. Is that how that works? Joseph, good work on STSS. You fell asleep, Emmanuel. Dang. VSAT speeding up. What, you worked the overnight last night? All right, STSS on a trail's all I got, and I mean serve wasn't terrible against the highs. And what else? INHD potentially like in a bear flag situation here towards VWAP. Oh, I just got taken out STSS. Oh, that was an awful fill on that trail. Oh my god. 1540s. Baron, I'm taking the team to, I would say the dollar menu, but I don't think that exists anymore. I don't even think the Dollar Tree exists anymore. Everything's like $2, $3. I'm up $17 on the day. But I was red on pretty much every name, Baron. I couldn't get it going. STSS, I got that elevator down move, so that helped. But just got a terrible fill on that trail. Oh, that was painful. But yeah, Baron, I guess I'll take the green. How's your day going? Let's do a poll real quick. See how everybody's doing. Thank you, MG. All right. There's the poll. Let us know how you're doing today. I can't even afford Wendy's. I can get down with some Wendy's. What do I mean? I'm up $17. I can make that work at Wendy's. Get a little biggie bag. Green team field trip. And I don't even get all that $17. I get 70% of it. So I got to do the math on that. I might only be getting, what, $12 or something. 2 times the daily goal. Perfect fall. You catch the STSS elevator drop. Let us know in the polling how you did. Green, red, or stuck in STSS at 1823 on a long. Let us know if somebody votes that. I hope it's not true. Man, there were like some decent names I couldn't trade. I mean, that so Nami and DS and Devs were the two that weren't on TTP. Those would have been good. BHR, my God. Baron, did you get BHR? Guys, this is what I look for. Look, daily chart. You see where she's at? Big upper wick, and she's going to close under the 200-day. I mean, we see this all the time. I was looking for 320. Trying to be a disciplined trader and not get in early on a feeler position, but God, that's painful. Devs was great. Up and over 4. That one's faded $1. PTNM climbing up towards some pre-market resistance right now. 160 she's hitting. The daily chart it's like dead cat bouncing, so that I don't entirely love that chart. $1.24 a share on STSS. Let's go. The shorts were too expensive. Wasn't brave enough to go long. Yeah, Baron, I took a long today. 2 longs. The first long, I got in the ticker elevate. I was like, I'm going to ride this up to resistance, FLNT. So I took a long there right before this thing elevator dropped. And I was red on like 4 tickers at that point in time. And so then I was like, I'm pressing the other button. If something looks like a good short, I'm taking a long. So INHD, I rode this on a long from like 530s up to 6. And then didn't reverse short on it, but wish I would have there. I don't know. A little bad performance today. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Need to be more dialed in tomorrow. Perfect fall took the reverse of what FLNT. That was too funny. Yeah. Oh, you got RR? What did you do? Did you take the short on RR? I tried that as a hangover out of the gates and stopped. That was like the first trade I took. Stopped out of that one. It was a decent setup here for a hangover. It held the previous close, and that should have been like... My gut was telling me to cut it off when I saw that, and I didn't do it. When I saw the previous close holding, I should have taken it off. So took I think I took it off at like 330. It was a good stop. But yeah, that was a good short too. If you up there at 380s, cracking the trend. Yeah, this would have been the good short here. RR cracks and then pops up right back up to it at 380. That's the confirmation trade. Confirmation trade right there. That's a good setup against the highs. God, Baron, you traded everything today. I was telling them earlier, I like trading. I wish I could have traded NAMI with you. I like focusing on a lot of different tickers. It helps me to not be like, oh, this one ticker has to work. You know, back when with PDT days too. PTNM, by the way. Just tap pre-market highs. Yeah, back when I had 3 trades a week, I would trade in with the PDT. It would. I mean, you have 3 trades, right? So psychologically, they have to work kind of in your mind. It's harder to stop out of those. I don't think I'm going to take this PTNM because I don't like the daily chart here. Daily chart's really kind of ugly. Yeah, that was the right idea. Good work, Baron. RR still heavy. Oh, it's tempting. I like this one to really fade. I could see it going green to red. It's going to be a lot to ask for. 320 is going to maybe hold up as support. Serve. The high is holding up pretty well right now. trails didn't work for me today. KSS took me out in the 70s, and STSS, FU, that one got a bad fill on. All right. Yeah, guys, let me know if there's any tickers you're looking at or any questions you have. Up $17 on the day. Great. I'll take it, though. I mean, I had a pretty rough morning. If there's another trade out there, I'll take it too. Yeah, here's my chart so far with this max account. Again, it's like I went over this earlier. It's always for me, I just have to avoid taking a large loss on one ticker. I did that right at the start of this account. I took like a $250 loss, and then have been climbing. As long as I don't do that, my account looks fine. I'm trying to focus more on that. Just do not take a heavy loss on one ticker, and my chart will look fine. Yeah, here was today. Loss, 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 loss. Win, 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 win. Okay. Kayvon shortened the VSAT. WAI. You're shorting it here at 20 cents? It's going to have to go all the way back down to previous close. All right. Most everybody's green. Good. At Bolt, I just saw your message there. For trade the pool, if you're still working like leftovers on a trade, it's not going to reflect on the hub. Like that's happened for me before. If I've taken 90% of the trade, but I'm leaving leftovers there, it's not going to reflect that trade at all until the whole position's closed. That could be it. All right, yesterday, right at this time, NUKK popped off from 440 to 1115. I'm seeing if there's, at this time, anything's going to happen similar to that. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up. There's PTNM. Yeah, it is hitting. That did hit 167 and pulled back off of the pre-market resistance. I mean, it looked good. I just don't like the daily, but, I mean, the chart's not too bad right there. Any tickers you guys want me to look at? Any questions you have before I start wrapping it up? If you're sticking around, INHD may be a bear flag here forming. Gotcha. You were being sarcastic and I bought into it. Maybe INHD. It's going to be a long road to recovery there to reclaim the highs. Yeah, they'll show invalid. If you look at the trades at Bolt in the hub, I think they'll be highlighted red if they were invalid, meaning you didn't take 10 cents or you weren't in it, for 30 seconds at least. This INHD actually looks kind of good right here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take INHD and set a stop up and around the VWAP 534. And that's going to be my last trade on the day. Probably should give it a little bit more wiggle room. Maybe 540. And see if we can crack this trend. Kind of slowly trending in a bear flag, in my opinion. I'll see if the VWAP holds up. But outside of that, guys, that's going to be my last trade. So end of the day, not really much progress made today, but progress nonetheless. OPAD still heavy too. This could be a slow fader today. Real slow there. And then PTNM hit pre-market resistance. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up for me. Email me if you have any questions, averydaytrading@gmail.com. Get 5% off your eval in the description below. STSS gave a sloppy seconds move up to 1650 and pulled back off of that. Fades, are you working single exits? It's annoying for me when like the scaling out, sometimes I scale in, you know, but scaling out is annoying when it doesn't work. I'm curious if you've been taking most off, leaving some, or because I'm like, well, just looking at this chart, for instance, this was a great descending triangle here. I felt good with it. That's why it hit it again. It snapped that. Then probably the idea is maybe even take all off and then hit it again on a pop. Sometimes they just don't pop like that. You know, and that's why I leave leftovers, because NUKK, look at this chart. Leaving leftovers here would have been great. I know some of you had traded this yesterday and were upset that you only took a small piece of it. This is why I got to leave leftovers, because you get the knucks out here and, you know, it tells you to shut the knuck up, this kind of ticker, because it's saying leave leftovers. She's going to work great. And anyways, that's what I saw with knuck. So Michelle, does invalid trade count only for the eval? No, it's, yeah, perfect falls, got it. James, I'm sure I have, but it's just kind of difficult for me to do these days because I got 2 kids. And all right, INHD looks like it wants to crack this trend. Let's see if it cracks. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me these days to really stay here most of the day. If you don't overtrade, I don't think it's a bad idea. If you just are waiting for, you know, your edge to present itself. The money is made. The edge is repetition, right? Probabilities. Okay, you take most off, and then you'll smack it with, half, maybe to reduce the risk, half the share size you were in at. That makes sense. All right, we're heavy on this INHD trend, so I'm just monitoring that because I do have a position here. I want to see if maybe even 520 is going to hold, or VWAP. See if we crack on down. I mean, this thing has so much room. I'm not even worried about 450. Like, I could see this thing to $3. So I'm going to try to kick back with this one. I got a clean stop on it if it doesn't work, but otherwise, I'm going to try to let this one just work throughout the day. I could pad the wallet. Perfect fall, do you normally, are you remote so you kind of like multitask? I'm actually about to record a video with Mr. Josh, AK47, here in just a little bit on, it'll be for Trade the Pools channel, but just on small caps. We're starting a series over there. KSS 1520s. Nice perfect fall. Yeah, that's good. Sounds like you got it balanced out pretty well. Yeah, there's a lot of juggling around with in parenthood for sure. Okay, yeah, this is all I'm going to stick with right here. Just this bear flag looking chart, INHD for me. We'll see where it goes. I got to stop at 540. Otherwise, that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Good work today. Most of y'all were green. Good discipline and patience. I want faster progress with the account, but like Emmanuel said, you know, he does better when he takes it slow, so I got to bear that in mind. You got to look like, almost like with your account, with your trading eval too, look at just big picture, you know, not trying to hit home runs today, but try to zoom out a different time frame. I think it helps. INHD looks like it's about to squeeze up to 2 VWAP. Have fun watching. Appreciate you, James. Yeah, you got it, James. We know what's going on. Manage the expectations, I think, is the main thing for you. Know the edge, but manage the expectations. All right, traders, email me if you have anything. We will see ya. I'll be on Trade the Pools channel tomorrow, and then Friday I'll be here. for a little bit. Friday gonna be a shorter day for me, but I'll be here on Friday on my channel, and then trade the pools tomorrow. What happened, STSS? Oh my god. So INHD could do that too. These reclaims are sick, man. They slowly accumulate shorts. I mean, that's what happens as a short seller. I know how they work these things. You know, because you look at me for example, like on this INHD backside play. It's like, oh, this is a clear backside play. Looks good, slow. They catch you on STSS doing that slow, easy backside play, and then boom. It's organized, right? Though, I mean, you can't have one big buyer just coming in and doing that. It's probably the chat rooms out here that are these tiny floats that move them like that. All right, INHD did just reject VWAP right there at 530. That's good to see. Makes me want to hit it again. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit it again right there, and then stop is going to be a little tighter. Thank you, Perfect Fall. James. It really has been. It's been like this summer. Fades will tell you, we went through a week of absolute chaos of the reclaims. I mean, it was just annoying. And as backside traders, where we're looking for the confirmation, okay, we just topped out. Now I can wait, for a pop and then short it against the highs. It's super frustrating because you're being disciplined shorting those backside sloppy second moves, and then they all reclaim and go higher even after elevatoring down. The thing is, like, the probabilities on that happening very low outside of the summer, because when you get those elevator down moves, like, there's a lot of long traders stuck in those names. So you just don't see that often. But traders learn the wrong lessons, right? Because imagine if you're just now getting started with trading and you long something at the top, it elevators down, you take a stop, you lose a ton, and then it pops back up. The next time, that's going to be what's in your memory bank. Like, oh, I'm not stopping out again. I'm just going to, like, add. I'm going to get a better positioning on this. But it doesn't. I mean, that's where devastation happens with accounts, where you see massive blow-ups. Yeah, you got to have your stops. You got to have your stops and not add into oblivion. And Baron, you caught that leg up right there? Woo. Both sides, shorter and longer. It's kind of scary right there. INHD, the concern here is it may try to do what STSS just did. Back up to the VWAP INHD. It's amazing these things are holding these levels. Yeah, drive safe, James. I don't want to see you on like I don't want to see myself on a crime TV show with somebody, with James driving a truck and then the green team streaming in your phone. Get into a wreck. I just saw a couple of those out, dude. It's like Bad stuff. Scary stuff. INHD, I'd love you to crack right now, but we'll wait. Baron 5 cent longs, too scared of it drop. Yeah, I got you. Scalping them. Scalping those plays. With the stair step in action, INHD. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it a ton of room. If it's gonna pop over VWAP and do that, I'm gonna be out of it. I think the probabilities are here though for this crack on this bear flag, but we'll see. It may do a little liquidity sweep and then take me out before it drops. That would be annoying, but I could see that happening. Okay, here we go. Every time I'm about to step off stream, it's back down to the bottom trend. Fade would say elevator watch. That's what I'm feeling here. Come on. What's STSS doing? 1750's held. It's pulling back off 1750. I don't think I'm going to revisit that one. She is a scurry one. Very tiny float. You doing some grocery deliveries. Nice, James. I respect that. Hustling out here. SKBL. Yeah, that's the one with the wonky looking past chart history. Certainly opportunity here. But yeah, good alert. She's at highs. All right, traders. Let's go wrap it up for me. I'll see you tomorrow on Trade the Pools channel. Unless MBY is up to $2. No, that one cracked. Nice. Good work there. Fades is probably still with that. Good patience on MBY. Yeah, INHD. Back up again. Respecting that trend line. All right, traders. We'll see you in the morning.